What's up, guys? I'm Mike from StockedUp, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. The markets had an amazing day today with the NASDAQ up about 4%. We saw Tesla up nearly 20% today, which is absolutely just crazy. We saw the Ark ETF up about 10% today. In this video, we're going to be going over the best plays for the rest of this week. We're going to be going over the top news in the market right now. And at the end of the video, we have a $10.6 million trade for this week. So make sure you stick around for that. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. But with that being said, Tom, what happened in the market today?
Yeah, the market was a real roller coaster, and we can see on my 1 minute chart over the past few days that the market just goes up, then goes down, then goes up, then goes down, then goes up again in a roller coaster, like slightly to the upside. And man, the market just kept going up today. The House plans on passing the 1.9 trillion COVID relief package tomorrow and then sending it to Biden so that he can pass it before key unemployment aid programs expire on Sunday. And it was just crazy to see the market go up like it did today. And then at the end, it actually fell pretty far back down. And some of these stocks like Facebook and like Apple, they ended up actually like kind of tapering off at the end of the day, which was pretty interesting to see. The market was really recovering well, and I thought it was gonna, kind of keep going up there at the end of the day.
Well, we had such a huge day. Don't forget, Tesla's up nearly 20% today alone. NIO had an amazing day. Zoom had a pretty good day. Peloton. So, there was just so much movement to the upside where, honestly, that pullback didn't surprise me too much. But overall, everything just had an amazing day in the tech sector. But what's going on with the Ark ETF? It just exploded today, up nearly 10% today. I know it has a lot of holdings like Tesla, Shopify, and Zoom, and a lot of other ones. But what's going on there?
Yeah, it's actually its best day ever per CNBC, and that's amazing to hear. Up over 10.4% at close, and like I said, the best day it's ever had percentage-wise, I guess. And it just looks fantastic. And it's just, Kathy Wood came out and said yesterday that she's buying the dip and that she thought the dip was a good thing right now. And, it looks like it is. And if the market can recover from these lows that finally hit, then I think it's a great spot. And with the ARKK, what can we say? Picture perfect off the support around $106 to $107. So, what else can you say? Picture perfect off the support. And Kathy Wood said it was a good time to be buying. So the market came right back up today, which obviously helped ARKK, which is the innovation ETF, and a lot of their other ETFs too.
Awesome. Well, I was looking at Disney stock. We all know it had an amazing day yesterday, breaking all-time highs. It had a ton of momentum, but today it kind of got smashed down about 4%. What's going on there?
Yeah, they said that they topped 100 million subscribers on their Disney Plus memberships per CNBC just 16 months after their launch. And the thing is that this is pretty surprising because you would have kind of expected 100 million subscribers to make Disney kind of go up, but they actually did go down. And like you said, maybe some of these stocks, they just went up so much over the past year that they're just due to come down. And especially over the past couple of days, we can see Disney moving from lows of like 183 all the way up to 203 and now pulling back to 194. So I guess that pullback wasn't too surprising, but with this good news, you would have kind of expected Disney to keep flying. And you can see in the middle of the day on this 15-minute chart where we had this big wick to the upside whenever this news came out. And you would have kind of expected that Disney to kind of keep running there. But with the market pulling back, I think it just also pulled Disney back to the downside. But they are forecasting that they will have 230 million to 260 million subscribers by 2024, which I think those are extremely bullish numbers for the longer term. And Disney is around all-time highs right now, so it might not be the best time to buy, but I think that in the longer term, it still has potential to go higher than even 200 per share.
Awesome. Let's get right into our Discord member of the day and then the momentum plays. With today's member of the day, we have Go. So huge shout out to Go. You're always very active in the chat and always super positive. So huge shout out to you. And thank you for always asking great questions and helping other members. But with that being said, let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. And the first one is CCIV. had a pretty solid day today, up just under 11%. It got beaten down pretty hard the past couple months, or the past couple weeks, I should say, from highs of just about $65 all the way down to lows close to $20. Now it's popping back up. It's around 24. So overall, I think it has a lot of potential. Tom, what levels should we be watching?
Yep, make it break above the $25 level.
All right, with the next one, we have AMD, which also had a pretty good day today.
Yeah, they had a very good day and make them pass above the high of a few days ago around 79.40.
Sounds great. With the next one, we have Apple.
AAPL, and this one did pretty good as well, but make them break above 122.
All right, so we're eyeing all these plays for potential day trades tomorrow, only if they can break above the levels Tom listed. But with that being said, let's get right into the $10.6 million trade for this week. We are looking at the Boeing 235 strike calls that expire this Friday, March 12th. So overall, Boeing had a pretty great day today, up around 3%. It ended up pulling back towards the end of the day, but besides that, it actually had a really great day. It's only about $5 out of the money, this option. Boeing has some solid momentum. It had just an amazing day intraday, just shooting up really out of nowhere. Overall, I think they can definitely be longing this. Tom, what do you think? And then do you have any like resistance levels or anything like that for us?
Yeah, there's a pretty good resistance here around 235, which has hit a couple times in the past and then made it go down over the past couple weeks. I think that it's a great stock though, and it looks like it's starting to go up. I really like the daily chart on Boeing. It really looks like it's going to recover nicely, especially if the economy can start to open back up and the airlines can kind of get back to normal. But I do like it in the shorter term as well. I just think it's a pretty good move.
Awesome. So now let's get right into our questions from the previous episode. With the first question, we have Max saying, what do you think about Tesla for the long term? And then APHA, Tilray, and then Sundial for the short term. So, Tom, Tesla had a pretty great day today. Personally, I like it for the long term. I think it was nice to see this pullback. Overall, I like it. And then, Tom, I know we were talking about the marijuana stocks earlier today, like Tilray. I actually had a pretty good day. I know we were talking about like ACB and CGC, but overall, those are looking pretty good. I like them for the short term, and I do like Tesla for the long term too. But with Tesla, I do think it is. I think it's worthwhile, getting in, CCIV and NIO too. I think that sector will just do great over the next couple of years, even over like the next decade. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I do too. And like you said, I think I'd really get into NIO and the other ones as well. I do like Tesla. I think they're great, but I think that stocks like NIO and stuff have a little bit more potential to grow. Tesla has a lot of hype to keep living up to. I think NIO has a lot of potential to keep growing, obviously, and a lot of the other ones as well. But I still like them for the longer term. I think Tesla was a great pickup anywhere under $600. If you got it around there, congratulations. And I know most people didn't though. And that's the thing, guys. You have to be greedy whenever everyone else is fearful. And that's a pretty big quote by Warren Buffett there.
Yep, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So Tesla is a great company overall. They are ahead of a lot of their competition, but their price to earnings ratio is insane. And overall, I think they're a great company and they're going to continue to do well. But they definitely have a premium on their stock price, and they're extremely volatile too. But overall, I think they'll do just fine in the long term. With the next question, we have Dina asking about IDEX. So let's take a look. Up around 15% today. Normally we don't trade penny stocks, but Tom, can you give some levels for us or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, IDEX looks pretty good. It's bouncing off the 100 SMA. I will say that it is approaching a resistance around 385. We're at 324 right now, so we are pretty far off there. But if it does go up to around 385, just watch out. It's hit that a few times in the past. Maybe expect a break above that if we start to head up there again. That is a pretty solid move there off the 100 SMA, but there as far as supports go, I think we're pretty far from support. I see a good support around $2 and maybe at the bottom of this wick here around 237 to 240.
All right. With the next question, we have Gabriel saying, what do you think about FCEL? So let's take a look at this one. I think they're in a pretty good sector overall. They bounce off that $12 support pretty nicely. So I do like the move off that. It looks like we're getting pretty close to that resistance right around 18 to right around $19 and then $20 too. So I think we could definitely see a retest of that resistance. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that we could really retest that as well. Again, a good move off the 100 SMA with a pretty good wick down towards that support there around $10 to $11. I think it's a pretty good move. And if we start to see a lot of these stocks start to recover, FCEL is just it's a great stock for the longer term. Its highs were around $30, which is about, that would be about 100% move if you got it at 15, and it had a pretty big fall around over 50% to the downside over the past couple weeks. So I think it'd be a pretty good stock, to hold, especially for the longer term with the sector that it's in.
Awesome. And then we had a lot of questions regarding AMC and GME. So the hype stocks are moving up yet again. GME is sitting right around $245. Last week it was closer to 100. So overall it has a lot of momentum. So Tom, we got to talk about this one. So it's hard to give like an exact stance or prediction on it with how volatile it is, but overall it's just one giant momentum play in my opinion. If you see it breaking highs, breaking resistance, and if it has that upwards momentum, it can obviously be a great trade. But with GME, you have to be very careful because the implied volatility is 335%. So even though it's super volatile and it can have great moves, market makers are already pricing that in where its options are just crazy, crazy expensive. Like we could see a weekly option for March 12th at the money right now costs about $3,300. So that's just crazy. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty good. I think it looks like a pretty good setup to the upside for right now. But we are approaching some resistances, which makes it a little hard. But with the momentum that GameStop has, we could easily break those and start to retest maybe $350 like we've seen in the past. I do though like it to the upside. At the end of the day, it broke through its high of today, which was actually a pretty good thing to see. But then in after hours, it did kind of start to pull back. So we'll just have to see what happens tomorrow with it. Just treat it as a straight momentum play. Don't buy this and hold it for the longer term at $240. If you just want to buy it and then maybe swing it for a week or something, that's fine. But just keep in mind that the GameStop probably won't be worth $240 in the next few months.
Gotcha. With the next question, we have Chris S saying, do you guys think that TSN will go down? So overall, it looks like every time it has these big run-ups, a couple days after it starts to tank, and we could see this like on, what is that? On April 29th of last year, we could see it on June 9th, we can see it on September 16th, and then also on December 14th, and then again on February 10th. So overall, it looks like every time it has these run-ups, it ends up pulling back pretty hard. So I can definitely see it pulling back. Its next major support is around $70. I don't know if we're going to test that because it is a pretty big fall. Do you have any technicals or anything you're looking at here?
Yeah, I think 70 is a great support here. It is right above the 500 SMA, so that's it's not the most key, it's not the best level in the world to watch, but it is above that, so it could possibly bounce off of it on the way down. On an intraday level, I will say if it falls below 71, watch for it to go back down to 70. I think that would be a pretty good trade if you could get in there, or even from 72 down to 70.
Awesome. With the next question, we have Bravo saying, great analysis as usual. I'm still averaging into SPCE. When do you guys think when do you guys think the Nasdaq will finish its correction? I mean, it's miserable. I'm averaging in Apple and Tesla. Do you guys like Tesla or the clean energy ETF TAN? So it looks like Nasdaq had an amazing day today, and I think a lot of I think the bonds and what's going on with the treasuries right now will have a huge influence on the markets overall. I'm going to make a video dedicated to exactly what's going on with these treasuries and rates and how it's affecting the overall market. So stay tuned for a video like that. But I think the rates are going to have a huge impact. But overall, the NASDAQ actually had an amazing day. And then the two stocks that you got in, Apple and Tesla, both had some really great days. Apple up about 4% and Tesla up just under 20%. So I feel like in the long term, these stocks will do just fine. And then the ETF TAN has just been doing amazing too, from lows of about $21 back in March to highs of $125. What is that in February? Overall, that's just been doing amazing. Right now, it's sitting around 91. So I think Apple, Tesla, and this clean energy ETF will all do just fine.
Yep, I think they're all in a great sector and they're just due to recover. And the thing is like we've seen with Apple, it's been pretty flat actually over the past few months. And I do expect it to kind of bounce off of these supports somewhere and start to head back to the upside. These stocks, they go up and they go down. And just keep in mind, we were in a little bit of a downturn, and that happens with some of these things, especially whenever they recover the way that we've seen. And I just, to keep in mind, especially like with Kathy Wood and everybody saying to buy up the dip, I think that's going to also put a lot of good momentum into the news and stuff. And also that stimulus package coming out could just help the markets even more.
All right, with the last comment, we have Christopher saying he bought Palantir and Neo calls yesterday. So it looks like he's probably pretty happy today. Both of those stocks just did amazing. I mean, NIO is up, 17%, 17.5%, and then Palantir up just under 8%. So great job, Christopher. But Tom, I know we had a pretty crazy day in the market today. A lot of volatility and a lot of stocks, especially tech stocks, really popped. So do you have any specific stocks you're watching for tomorrow, or just anything you're looking out for?
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about this one in the momentum plays, but AMD I think is awesome here off of these lower supports around $74 to $75. We're at 78 right now. If we can pass above 79 like we talked about, I think it would be an amazing play to the upside tomorrow. I'm really watching AMD and just the whole entire tech sector. Really all these stocks are due to go up tomorrow. They've been falling and falling. And the thing is whenever they go down that much, they are kind of bound to come up and have a few good green days. And even if they continue going down, expect another green day tomorrow, just as a continuation back, especially with all the good momentum we saw today. I think that that's going to bring in a lot of buyers who are going to get FOMO'd here and definitely get FOMO'd with buying the dip.
Gotcha. If we look at AMD, this is the fourth time it bounced off of the 75 support. So overall, it looks pretty good. It's channeling between $75 and $90, and even highs of just right under 100. So overall, looks like a pretty solid play. Good stuff, Tom. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to trade with Tom and I every single day, you can click the first link in the description down below. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. But other than that, thanks for watching.